The drive back is only a little awkward. Would have been more awkward with the dick gun. Should have committed.
Yeah, wrong. I wish that was a choice.
To her credit, Jenna does try to apologize to Leo, but he just waves it off like it isn't a big deal.
He's making a big deal by being a pouty little baby. Well, you just brush it off and you act like it doesn't make you jealous. Yeah, you're supposed to do.
Just, oh right, that's what we're reacting to.
Because Jenna beat Leo in a foot race, and he's so pouty because she flirted with us.
Yeah,
mostly jokingly in front of him to make him salty. Well, yeah, but we don't really know that intent. I mean, I know it's there because I speak girl, but...
I speak girl. I can tell by how he's overdoing the cheerfulness that that's not the case. We drop TJ and Jenna off halfway up the trail, which happens to be right next to the highway. Once we're alone in the car, Leo starts messing around with the CD player. You might remember this. So that's interesting because that's the theme song to the game.
Okay.
That's what you hear on the start screen. So now, on top of his bracelet being on the logo, this song is also the theme of the game.
Which is apparently something that we used to listen to in high school, probably together.
Because you're only going in circles. Even though I'm just guessing at the meaning of that theme, because we don't fully know what it is, but it's been said like 3 times, so that's on purpose.
I think it's pretty on the nose. Like,
yeah, I figure.
I think we can infer it pretty easily.
As the music fills the car, I'm immediately transported back to my high school days. Jesus, the carpet stains?
That's a great name for a band. I like that name a lot.
Yep.
Is this the Crusty Socks?
Leo's grinning at me, occasionally glancing towards the road. This is a band we listened to together in my junior and senior year. You still into this stuff? It's nostalgic.
I mean, well, it would be mean to just be like, oh, it's terrible. I reject my former self.
Fuck you. I hate everything from my past, especially you.
Yeah, that's what it implies.
This music carries a lot of memories for me, and the fact that I hadn't listened to it since I'd last been in this town made it all the more powerful. Sure, the music is simple, the lyrics embarrassing, but I miss it. Maybe. I think I could be if I listened to it again. Me too. As we drive, I mouth the lyrics under my breath. You haunt everything in my life. I see you in the clouds in the sky so blue. I see your outline in my screen door too. Finally, we pull up to Leo's old ranch-style house. That is not a big house. That is like a shipping container.
A lot of these rural places, like, this is a house.
Yeah, I'm like, holy crap. That's a lot of space given to a porch, frankly, that could have been house.
I mean, but also could have been porch.
What
do you value?
You could add a porch to the outside with, like, the awning or whatever. Well, like, you could have had more house with that property.
Well, I mean, I think they have the property surrounding the house.
Maybe there's, like, several floors underground.
No.
Just get away with that with more property and don't tell anyone. It looks the same as it always has, though the landscaping has definitely taken a turn for the worse. Leo parks and we both get out. I'm busy staring at the driveway, thinking about all the times I've walked across it, when a gravelly voice pulls me from my reverie.
Hey! Wait, what voice is this?
Someone with a gravelly voice.
Who are you? Oh! Okay. He's a buffalo raccoon.
His tank top almost looks thick enough to be like a freaking, like, ballistics vest or something. Well, he's intense.
He's very intense. Look how thick his fucking neck is.
Yeah, well, That's ambiguous with furries, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it as a fucking thick ass neck.
Yeah, but just they have like
try to choke me out, motherfucker.
You just think about like birch and stuff. There's all that weird like loose skin and too much fur, so it looks like they have a huge neck.
Yeah, I get you.
I jump and look to the right, spotting a thin and angry-looking raccoon. He's standing next to some bushes, trimming them up. His yard is desert landscaped and looks pretty good next to Leo's property, which is nothing but weeds and sagebrush. Behind the raccoon is an old and rusty-looking trailer home. Thinking back, I'm pretty sure that a really old mouse used to live here, but this guy's a raccoon and looks pretty young, too. I hear Leo walking quickly around the front of his truck to stand next to me. Hey, Cood. This is Chase. Remember I was telling you about him? Leo puts his arm around me. Cood's demeanor changes immediately when he sees Leo.
Okay, I was gonna ask if it was like Cud. I mean, you spell it different, like Cud, but like chewing Cud, because that'd be like a country ass name, like Cud. You know,
Kudzu.
But I think it's probably Kudzu. Oh, hey, Leo. This is him then.
Cood? My voice is just incredulous enough to be offensive, and the raccoon notices. His already scowling face gets even more scrunched up.
I'm not exactly from around here.
Oh, really?
No.
We stand there for a few seconds, then Leo grabs my arm. Alright, glad you two could meet. We're actually in a bit of a hurry. Got a party to plan for. The raccoon watches us all the way to the door before Leo finally closes it behind him. Really, Chase? What? It's a weird name. I sniff, but instead of the scented candle smell I thought I'd get, I'm instead met with the acrid smell of cigarette smoke.
Fucking Leo, you're smoking inside your house. Like, that's pretty
It's his house.
I know. But it's always gonna smell like cigarettes now to everyone who comes and visits.
Yep.
And it's hard to quit if your house smells like cigarette smoke.
Well...
That means that you've given up.
Yep.
Yep.
It doesn't look the same either. It's all a bit empty compared to when I was last here. It makes sense, I guess, with Leo's parents and siblings gone. Oh my god. There was a family in here.
Yeah. Dude,
oh my god.
Keith, we drive through towns. You and I live very close to places where this is just the normalcy.
It's just, it just looks like there's 2 rooms total. Like, where did they sleep?
Hey,
how the fuck?
I mean, have you seen apartments in San Francisco?
The fucking, the meme-worthy, like, micro apartments where you have to, like, fold out your bed into a desk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You have to go outside.
You go to IKEA to get that furniture that's, like, multifunctional because there's no other way to exist.
You also have to go outside of your own property to use, like, a sink or a bathroom because you don't have one.
I had to explain
and it costs more than what I spend to live here.
One of my friends from work was like talking about how him and his girlfriend were going to a concert in San Francisco and they're getting a hotel. And I was like, oh, word of advice. When you book a hotel, make sure you have your own bathroom. And he's like, what? It's like, yeah, no, a lot of the hotels in San Francisco, you have a shared bathroom down the hall. And your girlfriend's probably not going to want to use the shared bathroom. I'm just telling you, if your hotel's really cheap, it's probably because you don't have a bathroom in your room. In fact, I know that it's so frequent that I actively check every time I book a hotel in the city.
Oh my god!
It's almost like half. It's like a half and half shot that you're
for all of San Francisco.
Yeah, it's a hotel. Like you don't have a bathroom in your room. You share a bathroom with everyone else on that floor.
It's funny this came up because right before we started, I was watching. It was like I was like half watching it with my headphones not in because I was just clicking through stuff because we were getting ready to start, and there was a Vox video about like. In like Hong Kong, they have cage apartments.
Are they called the coffin apartments? I've heard those too.
Not like the sleeping pod situations.
No,
but like,
not that.
They're just like a physical cage that you can close, like a wire. Like it looks like a wire fence, and your bed's just inside that, and that's basically where you live. And you're like, well,
Well, they have
It's a lot.
I've seen
Granted, not putting a family in there, I think, but
the coffin apartments are like where the people illegally, like, they will rent out an apartment, but they'll rent it out to like 20 people. And so they just basically have like little coffin-sized boxes that they build and like stack on top of each other. And people go, it's like 30 people to an apartment because they don't have any more physical room to keep building more places to live for people. And so if you can't afford it, you are one of the many people that just does not have a home, but has enough money to rent something, but there's no space to physically rent.
But we have a different problem here because this is just like construction prices or some shit. Because like they do not lack for space in Echo.
Well, yeah, I think it's more about poverty and inability to build.
Yeah, it's not like it's so crowded here situation. It's a different thing.
Yeah, but coffin houses or whatever, like look that shit up if you want to feel really sad.
I tell him what a great guy you are for the past 2 years, and that's his first impression of you. Well, I'm sorry. What happened to that old mouse guy? Charlie? He died a few months after you left. Cood moved in a few years ago. Oh, well, he seems a little grumpy. He is, but he's a good guy. Been through a lot. Leo sets the bag down on the kitchen table, pulling out the cake and gifts. So, why do you move here? Sadie likes the isolation. He works in Peyton. Some things happened in the city, and he wanted to get away. Leo ruffles through the plastic cups and gifts. I forget what country he's originally from. His full name's Kudzu. How old's TJ again? I think he's 20, but he doesn't drink anyway, if that's what you're wondering. I don't know. People change a lot in a few years. Anyway, let's go to my room. Gotta message Carl.
I think it's a pretty safe bet. I don't think TJ drinks.
Are they gonna actually tell Carl this time? Leo's room is small but cozy. A little cluttered, but clean enough.
How are we both gonna fit on that bed?
Very tightly. But also, like, I'm like, how much of the house is this room? Because how do they fit a family in here? Where'd you put them all? Did you stack them?
Yeah.
There used to be a bunk bed in this room?
Beds.
I walk over and sit on his bed, looking around at all the posters, most of them related to football or hip-hop moguls. He's had most of these since high school. Kept the same room, huh? Your parents' room is bigger, isn't it? I doubt that. Yeah, well, I'm used to it being here. Well, it'd be kind of weird hanging out in my parents' room anyway. Besides... He plops down next to me, bouncing me up and down on the bed. I don't really need the space. So what do you do around here? It feels kind of empty. I'm really only here to sleep. Otherwise, I'm on the computer. You know, porn.
That's all?
Just casually bring that up.
Just sleep and porn?
Yeah, that's my house. And then I go out to work.
Where do you...
He looks at me and grins. What a line, man.
Yeah, wait, what a great way to to flirt with someone. It's like I just imagine going on a date. I mean, hey, what are your interests? And they're like, I like playing hockey and I like Build-A-Bear Workshop. I don't know. And you're just like, me? I like porn. And you just wink like that.
It's just like, have you played Ad Astra?
I really like. It's like you're trying to hint to someone like you're a furry. You're like, I like visual novels. Oh, really? What kind? It's like, well,
Roman history.
Oh, that's awesome. I like Roman history too, and outer space. Like, oh, cool. And wolf men.
Subtle. They'll never catch on. I look over at his computer. It's got a nice chair, and I can guess what the box of tissues next to the monitor is for, but that's not what holds my attention. Instead, I see 3 holes punched right through the drywall. Oh.
You're that kind of porn, huh?
Yeah, that's just...
You punch through the drywall in excitement.
He was He was just that excited, and there's no other reasons why he would be punching the wall.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, definitely not thinking of anyone in particular in frustrated ways right when he jizzes or anything. And then he starts punching the wall. And then he cries.
Oh, he cries into the hole he made in the wall. I keep my tears in there.
No. Around those are several more, less successful dents in the wall, some with knuckle-shaped features. Holy shit. Leo's ears fall flat and he lets out an embarrassed laugh. Yeah, that's my fault. I really get into my games. I think I was right.
I think so too.
I stand up and walk towards the wall, examining the damage. Leo stands up too, clearly uncomfortable. Why did you not cover this?
Yeah, you knew he was coming over.
Yeah, I'm just like, did you not consider that Chase might be in your room? The thing you specifically were fantasizing about this whole time? Definitely, absolutely, yes.
Once again, imagine you go on a date.
Or were you going to take him to your parents' room?
The guy invites you to his apartment. You go into his room. He talks about how he likes porn, and there's a bunch of fist holes in the wall. That's a red flags, baby.
Yeah. Oh no, is that what's his fur like? Oh, it's all red flags. No. That was a few years ago, though. I don't play that game anymore. He was chasing the dragon.
That's a different...
I know. Damn, Leo, you're fucking crazy. I poke a finger through one of the holes, realizing that punching through the wall wasn't anything to sneeze at. And strong. You still got that temper of yours. I don't. It was just that one game. And I never fixed it for literally years.
It was Sonic 06, and I was really mad about how glitchy it was.
I definitely didn't put those holes in the wall, like, 2 nights ago, right after our talk. And then forgot to cover it up. Couldn't have been that.
No, dude, it was Pikmin.
No, I lost all my yellows!
That fucking Bulborb!
He's got his paws on his hips, glaring down at me. I mean, what if I was standing here? What would that have done to my face? Chase.
Why would you be standing there?
Where have you taken this? Are you trying to go out like Duke? I put my face in front of the holes for effect. Leo blanches like I had slapped him. Hey, don't talk like that. I would never... I know, I'm sorry. It's just funny how angry you get sometimes. Funny? I mean, your phone looks pretty new. When's the last time you broke one? Well... Okay, the damn thing wasn't loading right, and... He frowns. Why am I being interrogated right now? Hey, you want me to live here? I think I have a right to be concerned about my personal property. I only broke your phone once. He's a train wreck.
Oh no.
I spread my paws out. More than I've broken anyone else's phone. Yeah, well, I've never pretended that I cheated on someone as a joke. Oh. Well.
April Fools! And he smashes his phone.
Jesus Christ. My attitude cools a little. Yeah, well, high school, you know? I know. Anyway, it's nice to have you here again. Now about holes. He reaches out and pulls me into a one-armed hug.
My fist can go into more holes than just the ones in my wall.
I've been practicing.
That's what he should have said.
That's like a Raven level joke. Jesus Christ. Is Raven actually the right answer all along in this dating sim?
Can you go back?
Can I go back? I need to fix this. Maybe if I let Carl get possessed, then we get the Raven ending. When I pull back, though, I notice a cut on the side of his arm, and a few more on the back of his paw as well. At this point, the fur is clumped together with coagulated blood. Man, you really wiped out.
Oh.
Is that from him falling, or is that
No,
from him punching the wall exactly when I said because of the talk that you guys had?
It's from him falling. Wink. Wink. He got a lucky out on this one.
Yeah. He looks at his arm. Oh, yeah, I should clean up. Hey, get out of my comp while I'm gone and see if Carl's online.
I don't want to see what's on there, dude.
What does the browser open up to? Leo talks to me as he's walking out the door into the hhallway. It's gonna be fucking otter porn.
I was gonna say otter's duck. Otter's on top.
Otter's on top. Damiatis. I should be logged on. Ask him what he's doing tomorrow. We need to plan this out right. Okay. I sit down in the chair and wake the computer up. Sure enough, Leo is already logged into his account. I look at his friends list, seeing that Carl is idle. I send him the message anyway. Then lean back in the chair, almost freaking out as it leans back way farther than I thought it would. Must be all those jerk-off sessions Leo's had. Well, I drum my paws against the desk for a bit, then look backwards towards the door. Leo's probably going to be gone for a while, and I am curious.
Dude, what if it's only pictures of him?
It's just
Chase pictures. And just
pictures of Chase.
Normal pictures of Chase.
Every picture of Chase.
Just him like at graduation.
That's all he has. He doesn't even have internet.
Oh my god. They're just taped to his monitor.
Oh. I grin as I first check out his bookmarks. Social media litters with a few slots. Then there's one called Mech Forums, and another called Mechanics United.
Mech Forum is just about mech anime.
No,
It's talking about Evangelion.
My first thought was mecha
there.
anime, yeah, but I think it means mechanics, like a mechanics forums, and then mechanics union.
My brain's broken.
Yeah, I mean that's not that weird. There's we've said worse.
That's true.
Fucking crunchy lube.
Oh, I'm surprised you let me back on here.
Then, of course, there are a few sports and football specific sites, which he only goes to them for the articles. Finally, I get one called Gay Vidies and another called Otter Sluts.
Otter Sluts. With a Z.
From Spencer's. I snort loudly at that one. I click on the history tab next.
Oh gosh.
I scroll through it for a while. The first 50 or so related to some DJ or hip-hop artist. Finally, I see the word cock, and I know I'm looking at one of Leo's porn sessions.
He just typed in cock.
That's all he typed. It's pretty standard stuff. Ass, balls, making out, blowjobs. But that's when I start seeing a pattern. Gay otters. Otter asses male. Male otters tail up. Gay blowjob otters. Wow, 5 minutes? Everyone's just, it always goes back to that. What did fucking Chase blow his mind back in the day and he's never recovered? Yeah. Oh, I guess I called this. Not that I was that much of a hard guess where this was going.
Whether there's just gonna be otters all over his porn?
Yeah, and that
no
Chase would
kidding.
look at it. I raise my brows and click on the search bar for history. Type in otter before hitting enter so that he can see what all the suggested completes are.
Gosh, this makes me hurt, like, thinking about this on cringe level, because, man, you do not just be like, hey, use my computer.
You do not just... Yeah, it's like, hey, look at this photo, and then you start swiping.
No.
The results spill down the window. The scroll bar small enough that I have trouble clicking on it to pull it down. Thinking of that, didn't Jenna be like... didn't she mention that she could like tell somebody about what was on our camera roll in like in Route 65 when she borrowed her phone? People don't have boundaries in this game.
Oh yeah. She borrowed our phone to text somebody to probably get help out of her shitty situation, but she didn't let us see what she texted. And then she was like, "Don't worry about what I just said. No, like if you do that, then I'll worry about what's on your camera roll or whatever."
Uh-oh. What was on your camera roll, Chase?
She was blackmailing us.
The scroll bar is small enough that I have trouble clicking on it to pull it down. Was Leo only into me because he had an otter fetish?
That would honestly hurt my feelings too.
I start to feel a little depressed as I scroll through the results, and that's when I notice another pattern. At least half the results have wolf in the search phrase, and not just that. Wolf, otter, gay. Wolf, otter, gay, blowjob. Otter wolf gay couple kiss. Otter wolf gay cuddling.
That's so sad.
It's so
He's
sad.
just watching videos of them cuddling.
Yeah, he just wants to just project onto these. The nape of my neck prickles as I scroll down the hundreds of results, but that's when I hear the door open in the hallway. I jump, first covering the screen with my paws like an idiot, then Xing out the window. Very inconspicuous. Except that doesn't work. The sheer amount of results I get from Leo's shame must have fucked up the CPU somehow. No! Desperately, I bang the mouse against the desk as I hear Leo's heavy footsteps down the hallway. Turn off the monitor. I swear there's a cut on my back, but I can't reach it. If only somebody would take a shower with me.
Whoa.
Fuck. Why are you saying it out loud? I mutter under my breath, heart pounding in my chest. It's just like 7 years ago when my mom caught me looking at gay porn.
Like in the prequel we played.
Yeah. I guess this sets it up, because they probably wrote this first. Leo walks in, the computer screen still hopelessly frozen. Can you help me get... Leo stops mid-sentence, as I look back at him. The guilt on my face pretty damn obvious. What did you do? You know what? I try a stall and turn back to the screen, clicking furiously on the X. Hey. And just as he's walking up behind me, the window disappears. Wait a second, what are you looking at? I swivel around in the chair, grinning.
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow, good cover, Chase. My voice squeaks. Leo stares down at me, an exasperated smirk spreading across his muzzle. No, not nothing. What the hell were you looking at? Is there something I don't know about? He keeps on staring at me, but I get up and pretend to stretch, moving towards the bed. Well, yeah, there's something you don't know about. But now I know about some things. What? I swish my tail behind me a few times, teasing him, but mostly I'm just relieved I didn't get caught. I hear him move, but before I can react, he's on me. He grabs my arms and shoves them up behind my back, then shoves me forward, falling on top of me on the bed. I grunt loudly as his weight pushes the air out of my lungs. Looks like I'm going to have to get it out of you the old-fashioned way, Otter. Deep breath now. I struggle a little, but there's no way in hell I'm getting out from under Leo if he wants me to stay there. Hey, get off. He clutches both my wrists in one paw, while he digs the other into my side. I gasp and writhe desperately, bouncing up and down on the bed while he pinches at my ribs. No, please, I don't know anything. Uh-huh. Sure. Now, what were you looking at?
I was looking up if Spencer's had a Z in it.
He leans in harder on me and I feel his hot breath in my ear, nuzzling at it, only making me laugh and squirm harder. Well, I'm sure Leo is curious about what I was doing on his computer. I'm definitely sure there's another reason why he's doing this. I can feel it against my ass as he rolls around on top of me. Before I can really think about that, he lets go of my paws and the tickling stops. I only have a second of reprieve before both of his paws dig up into my armpits. Practically squealing, I writhe around, managing to get on my back now that he isn't laying on top of me.
Like I said earlier, I throw fists. Like, people tickle me, I punch
fists.
them. I hate that shit.
There's a tickling theme, isn't there? Didn't this happen with Carl?
Yeah. No, that happened. Yeah, exactly. That happened with Carl. And
yeah.
That's why I said that. So I was like, man, I fucking hate that.
It doesn't help much as he just goes right back to my armpits. I can't take it anymore. All right. I was just searching your contacts to see if you're hooking up with anyone. The tickling stops and I'm left gasping for air while Leo just looks down at me, grinning.
That's a pretty good save, honestly.
Oh? Little jealous, huh? Maybe a little. Huh. Leo looks genuinely happy about that, his paws spreading out to either side of my head as he grins down at me. I take my chance and shoot my paws up to his sides, digging in. He yelps and curls up and falls on top of me again. I don't relent though and keep wiggling my fingers around his body. Obviously he's letting me win, but it's still fun seeing him melt into a twitching pile of giggles. He rolls to the side of me and I get on top of him, pretending to wrestle him down like I've done hundreds of times before. He playfully fights back, but he's grinning up at me with a dopey, tongue out of the muzzle expression. On a whim, I plant my knee on his crotch.
Oh no, it's a threat.
I'm not sure why. Probably to let him know that I knew. Or maybe it was just a way to get back at him for getting off on this. He yelps again, this time a lot more loudly, and folds up, pushing me off to the side of him. Fuck. We both lay there side by side, panting and sweating a little, my head resting on his arm. I think I won that. No way, I got you to squeal. And you cheated when you crushed my dick. Normal conversation. Leo reaches over to me to turn on a small, complicated-looking fan on his bedside table before flopping his other arm over his eyes. As I stare at the fan, I notice something else next to it and gasp loudly. Is there a dildo? Is it something on those lines? What? Is that a fucking gun?
Oh. You and I were going for a cute playful
We had
shit.
very different guesses of where this was going. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's real? Yeah, of course. I turned my head to stare at him. Why? You just leave it out here in the open? I never thought of Leo as a gun person. From what he told me, he hated guns. Well, my dad has a bunch, and when he left, he gave me one for protection.
You just leave it on your fucking bedside table out in the open like that?
I guess he's the only one that lives here.
I mean, yeah, but I mean...
What if it gets dusty?
Well, some person just wanders into your house. I don't know. I just feel like...
Yeah, like during some kind of blood moon thing.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck happened.
Oh, yeah. That might have bored consequences down the line.
This is a literal Chekhov's gun.
But it's not literal because it's not Chekhov who owns it.
It's not Chekhov's, no, but I mean, it's a Chekhov's literal gun. Sorry, I didn't conjugate it correctly, attorneys general. Oh shit, I just accidentally implied that fucking Chekhov's gun is a gun of many Chekhovs.
There are many Chekhovs. This one is mine. Without it, I am useless. Without me, Chekhov is useless.
Wow. Do you really need it? A few people in this town. Well, you know. The water balloon bullies are old now.
Yeah, and probably still assholes.
And they probably have guns.
Probably more than you.
I think I know the people he's talking about. Have you had to use it or something? I mean, it's just sitting out. Leo shifts, bouncing the bed. Let's just say some people need convincing when they're trying to cause trouble. I'm about to ask more, but Leo holds up his other paw.
And you want to stay here?
It's family, apparently. Not now. I'm tired. I'll tell you about it later. I go quiet, but it's hard not to stare at the gun. The concept of owning one is just so foreign to me. So what's with that fan? I change the subject. Leo looks confused, then over at the fan. Oh, it's a humidifier fan combo. I get nosebleeds a lot.
Oh gosh, so many red flags.
That he gets nosebleeds?
Why you get nosebleeds so much, Leo?
It's not an anime. It's just dry in the desert.
Maybe. Or you doing a bunch of coke or something?
I don't think the humidifier will save you from that. Will it?
It'd help.
Would it help against coke nosebleeds?
Well, I mean, it's from irritation.
Sound off in the comments.
Yeah, I mean,
if you'd like to incriminate yourself. I close my eyes and lay there against Leo. This is probably a bad idea, I know, but it feels good, and I'm tired, even after the discovery I made on his computer. I guess I'm just trying not to think about that right now. The fan drones softly. Leo's arm moves under my neck, and I feel his paw come up and start brushing at the tuft of fur on my head with his thumb and index. I wish you would style this again. When I had it spiked, that was stupid. I liked it.
You want me to look like I'm 12 again? Like,
I feel myself dozing off as his fingers start brushing my forehead. I feel the coolness of his anchor bracelet through my fur. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I'm barely awake at this point, the fan blowing on my face, Leo stroking, feeling his warm body next to mine. I saw you here last week, outside my window.
red flag.
That registers as a little weird, so I come back out of my doze a little.
Red flag.
Oh? Yeah, I just looked out and I saw an otter, just standing there. Knowing what we know about this town...
Dude, I'd be so fucking...
I think
he lives out in the middle of nowhere. If I looked out of my window and I saw any person standing there, dude, I'd be fucking creeped out.
Well, I just figured, like, knowing this town, he probably did actually see someone there. That was, like, a thing. Yeah,
that's very possible.
Because, what is it? We saw the sleepwalking with Carl, which we realized was James taking him over, but he said he'd been doing it for a while. So these things aren't starting this week. It's just they get really bad at the end of this weekend, but they started already. So it's like, you might have actually seen somebody out there.
It is possible. I don't care, like. Like, I love you, Keith, but if I lived out in the middle of nowhere, like, you better tell me you're gonna come over and you're gonna see out my window, because I'm just thinking about this getting creeped out.
Just gonna throw rocks.
I look out there and, like 20 feet away, like Ramses and Courage the Cowardly Dog. There's just Keith standing there. Like
Carl creeping outside the window in 65. Outside of Jenna's house.
Yeah.
Gonna get shot.
Especially around that house, probably.
Huh. You think it was just another otter? Well, Leo yawns and turns his head towards me, snuffling at my ear. There's only one other guy. Remember Dale? He's fat, though. Could have just been someone that was lost, right? Maybe. I went out and didn't see anyone. Well, sometimes people just see things. His arms tighten around my head, and he gives it a sort of hug. Hope I'm not seeing anything now. I roll my eyes, but his words remind me of something. Just like a bad dream, I'll be gone when you wake. But I swear, even if this was fake, I'll never forget your face. I sing a few lyrics from one of our old emo songs, but that's when I hear Leo snore. So I give in to my pleasant drowse and sink slowly into sleep.
It sounds like an emo song.
The guitar didn't, though.
No, it didn't.
From that song. Oh.
Red.
I feel a presence in the room, and it's angry.
Chase.
I jolt awake, but I can't open my eyes.
Chase.
Finally, my eyes twitch open, but I can't move. I can only wiggle the tips of my fingers.
Just try to hide. I dare ya.
I flinch. The voice is right in my ear. I'm still in Leo's room, still in his bed, and I can vaguely make out his body out of the corner of my eye. The room, though, it's tinged red. I hear clicking and see the monitor switch on. I see myself, bent over, tail raised, naked, looking back at the camera, my face warped. Dark holes bloom over my eyes, then all over the image like it's burning. A tarantula crawls up over the foot of the bed and starts making its way towards me. I gasp through my nose since I can't open my mouth, my heart beating so fast that it's shaking the bed. My fingers wiggle as I try to yank myself awake, the massive spider only moving closer as it crawls over my foot and onto my leg. The weight of the spider is real. The way it's disheveling my shirt as it crawls onto my stomach is real. This is real. No, it's not real. I've had this happen before. Started happening when I took the night shift at the grocery store next to campus. Very common, very normal. People have it happen all the time. I'll just close my eyes and wait it out. I do that, squeezing them shut as tight as I can, trying to find comfort in Leo's presence next to me, his arm still under my head. I feel the spider on my chest, its weight so much more than it should be, but it stops there. It doesn't approach my face. But then I feel something else. Another presence. It's coming from the right side of the wall, where the window is. Something's looking through it at me. I know it. I'm not opening my eyes, though. I know if I do, I'll see something that will freak me the fuck out, and the spider's bad enough. I hear tapping. Whatever it is tapping at the glass, wanting my attention. It knows I know it's there, and it wants me to see it. What the fuck? This is lasting way longer than it should be. What if I'm stuck? Am I stuck? Am I gonna be stuck in a twisted Leo's spider room dimension for the rest of my fucking life? I mean, maybe.
He's mine.
My eyes fly open, already pointing towards the window, bracing myself. But it's empty. The sky is tinged red from the sunset, and so is the room. My dreaming brain exaggerated it to look like the color of blood. The spider's gone, and the angry presence is too. I sit up slowly and rub my face, feeling exhausted, even though I just slept. I interpreted everything that was just said as basically being Leo's lines, though.
Probably, yeah. I think.
Because he's possessive, as far as we can tell.
I like how the spiders mentioned in this game, or in this playthrough, but also the last one too. Like the tarantula is like a reoccurring theme
because
he's got a
phobia. I sit up slowly and rub my face, feeling exhausted, even though I just slept. With the humidifier blowing right in my face, I can feel the tiny droplets of water that collected on my waterproof fur. It'd be impossible to fall asleep again after that. Not only because of how brutal that sleep paralysis was, but because I don't feel right. While the spider thing and... while the spider and thing in my room were gone, the other thing outside the window, I feel like it's still there. I look out the window again and see nothing. But still, I can't shake the feeling that I'm still being watched. I would not want to sleep directly under a window on the ground floor. And I say that, the party's next.
Yeah, we got the same little popper icon.
At the rate he's going with Leo, he's gonna need poppers.
I was gonna make that joke last time I showed up, but I couldn't phrase it right. I was gonna make some sort of comment about it.
But no, I tried that for a few months when I was a teenager. I tried sleeping downstairs and having that be my bedroom, and I slept under a window, and I'm like, I can't do this. This is weird. It's too weird to have a window right where you sleep. That's the ground floor where someone could just actually be. Like, making all of your hallucinations and, like, nighttime thoughts just possible. It's like, no, let's not do this.
I slept on the ground floor that was, like, basically, my window was, like, facing the street. But I had, like, a very strange grandmother who was very, like, aloof and would, like, sneak into people's houses and leave stuff and do weird things. And there was a few times where she, like, would walk onto the porch of the house and walk by my window, and I did not know who it was. She scared the fuck out of me.
You got to have some little echo moments.
She wouldn't even, like, knock on the door. She'd just, like, leave stuff on the porch and, like, go away. And, like, I figured out it was her the next day because I'd find stuff on the porch. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like a pot of flowers or something. And I'm like, what? Why is this here? And I knew it was her because there was sparkles everywhere, and she would leave sparkles everywhere she went.
What are you talking about, Stephanie? Your grandma died 20 years ago.
Oh my goodness, that means I'm very old because that was like 2 years ago.